This hotel, when I walked in here in January, was a DoubleTree hotel. So my team and I have been tasked to transform this entire hotel from top to bottom.
Welcome to the Modern Hotelier, Hospitality's most engaged podcast. Steve, who do we have the pleasure of interviewing today?
Yeah, David, today we have Alpha Berry on, the general manager of Courtyard San Diego, downtown Little Italy. Alpha, thanks for sitting down with us today. How you doing?
Thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. So Alpha, can you give us a little background how you got into hospitality to the GM role here?
Yeah, absolutely. So my career goes back over 25 years now. I started working in a couple of restaurants when I was in college, where my uncle managed them in the DC Metro, which is the market that I grew up in. Fast forward to going into college for my undergrad. I really didn't know what I wanted to study initially, but I fell in love with hospitality quickly through my early career, as I mentioned, working in a couple of restaurants that my uncle ran. Started the front desk at a Crystal City Marriott back in Arlington. Fast forward about a decade, I jumped in through operations, from front desk to accounting to night audit to some F&B supervisory roles, and ultimately ended up in finance. I always had a knack for numbers and analysis. Became a 3-time full-service director of finance for Marriott Hotels, but I always had an itch to go back into operations. And so some of the mentors I've had throughout my career supported me to become a general manager. So I ended up in New York City, then moved to Atlanta, Georgia, and then back to the DC Metro market where I grew up, then ended up in New York again. Then obviously a little thing called COVID happened. I ended up home in the DC Metro a little bit. And about 3 years ago, I moved out to the West Coast. I was in Los Angeles at 2 hotels for Marriott. And then about a year ago, I came to this project, which we'll talk more about throughout this interview.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this hotel has gone through quite a transformation. You went through a massive renovation. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. This hotel, when I walked in here in January, was a DoubleTree hotel. So my team and I have been tasked to transform this entire hotel from top to bottom. Our ownership group, Noble Investment, they've really been key in their vision and all the pieces that they wanted to make sure was pulled throughout this renovation. For our 334 guest rooms with fantastic views that you guys have seen throughout today. We have 21 suites as well. We have over 10,000 square foot of event and meeting space. Our F&B concept was totally repositioned, and also our design concept for the lobby, which really speaks to paying homage to San Diego's heritage of sea, sand, and sky, which you see all the elements throughout the building, warm and nautical tones, a lot of lush greeneries as well. Some of it is here next to us. So they're really supportive in making sure that we were able to pull through this project that took this entire calendar year.
Do you have a favorite part of the renovation or transformation in the hotel?
Yeah, I think for me, coming into this building, the entrances were in different places. The restaurant was in a different place. We had walls going up any moment, and then just shifting things throughout the time. But really, for me, one of the key things that spoke to me the most is 2 of the murals that we have on Union Street. They really speak a lot about the iconic neighborhood, the vibrancy of Little Italy, and the Art Deco and the architecture that we really wanted to pull throughout the elements of this renovation. So those 2 murals that are on Union Street really speak to, again, just the vibrancy and the culture and the attachment to the neighborhood that we really wanted to see. And throughout our guest reviews and our guest comments, our location is prime. They're steps away from Little Italy, which is a neighborhood that has over 100 restaurants that they can get to quickly. We have a ton of watermark attractions, as well as cultural attractions for our guests as well. So those are some of my favorite parts so far.
So how has working with Noble Investment and Schulte Hospitality shaped the vision and operations of the property, and what makes the partnership so unique?
I really think it's been a great marriage, so to say. Our Noble Investment team They've been super supportive in everything that we've wanted. One of our managing principals' favorite words to me and my team during this year has been, "Hey, Alpha, whatever you guys need, ask for it now," right?
Right.
So, we keep being very innovative and coming to them with different ideas on how we can elevate this hotel and move it forward. And then from a Schulte Hospitality standpoint, they've been really great partners. The expertise that they bring on the operations side in working closely with my senior vice president. They've been super supportive from a marketing side, finance side, F&B, a ton of task force that we've had this calendar year. We've had a lot of moving pieces. And so it's been really a good, solid togetherness that we've had this year between Noble, Schulte, and the property team.
So is there a feature or experience in the hotel that really stands out to guests that they really enjoy?
Not so much your feature, but more so our team members. I've been a very proud leader of this hotel in this year. Our team members, they work very hard, very hardworking, and they'll do anything for us in this property. And so my job really, along with the executive team that I work with closely, is to make sure that we're creating an environment where they really want to come in and excel. Since our renovation ended and we transitioned officially to a Courtyard Marriott about 2 months ago, our scores have been through the roof. Guest engagement, cleanliness scores, F&B, elite appreciation. Our guests have been super happy with us. And so we just want to take that up and continue moving it forward because we know they're the secret. They make the difference, right? Having a nice building is good, but if your team members are not producing and taking it to the next level, your guests will not want to come back.
So Little Italy is one of the most vibrant areas in San Diego. How does the neighborhood influence your guest experience, and how does the hotel connect with the local community?
Yeah, and a good question. I spoke a little bit about the murals and the iconic and vibrant neighborhood that we're part of here. One of the cool concepts that our team members, one of our stars on our team members here, came up with is a social club that she created, helped push forward for us, whereas our guests get preferred seating at some of the best restaurants in Little Italy and in Southern California. We even have hats to promote the social club. She has a ton of work that she's been doing for us. So our customers, when they check into the hotel, they're able to get flyers that let them know which hotels they can go to. They get discounts, they get preferred seating, and at times they'll get like a beverage toast or something to that effect. So I've been very proud of my team members, and particularly for the social club that we have going on currently.
Well, we've had a great experience at the hotel. That does it for another episode of The Modern Hotelier. This is where you can let people know how they can get in touch with you and find out more about the property.
Yeah, absolutely. Please follow us, like us on social media, Courtyard San Diego downtown in Little Italy. Thank you so much.
All right, great. Well, that does it for another episode of The Modern Hotelier, hospitality's most engaged podcast. Whether you're watching or listening, we appreciate you and hope to be with you again soon. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. You made it to the end of The Modern Hotelier. Thanks for watching or listening. The Modern Hotelier is produced by Modern Hotelier Media. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're listening on YouTube, or subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you know a good guest, sponsor, or have media needs, feel free to reach out to us at hello@themodernhotelier.com. Thanks and have a great day.